This is EricHerbLive.com. You can find me online at EricHerbLive.com and right here on Anchor. That's Anchor.fm, Anchor.fm/EricHerbLive, and also on Spreaker. That's Spreaker.com/EricHerbLive. Like, share, subscribe if you like this podcast, folks. Okay, let's get right into the news right now. Okay, this news is brought to you by LifeSiteNews.com. That's LifeSiteNews.com. The headlines dated Friday, August 31st, 2020. LifeSiteNews.com on the headline says, Trump says he will issue more executive orders if big tech or Congress fails to act on big tech. In other words, folks, if Congress doesn't get off their lazy rear ends and AWS, then Trump's going to do something about it. This is what he is trying to say. Okay, article starts out by saying, Washington, D.C., July 31st, 2020, LifeSiteNews.com, President Trump says that he will issue executive orders and bring fairness to big tech if Congress fails to act. If Congress doesn't bring fairness to big tech, which they should have done years ago, I will do it myself with executive orders. In Washington, it has been all talk, no action for years and years. And the people of our country are sick and tired of it. Trump tweeted again Wednesday, antitrust hearing at the U.S. House of Representatives began. If Congress doesn't bring fairness to big tech, which they should have done years ago, I will do it myself with executive orders. In Washington has been all talk, no action for years. The people of our country are sick and tired. That was President Trump's tweet. In May, Trump signed an executive order that suggests the federal government will begin to interpret much more narrowly legal immunities social media companies currently enjoy. During Wednesday's hearing on technology and antitrust, Representative Matt Gaetz, he's a representative right here in Florida, accused Google of election interference through blacklisting of conservative news and websites from its online search results after Google CEO Sundar Pichai, I believe, or Pichai, if I'm butchering your name, I'm sorry, admitted that the creation of blocked sites can involve manual portion. Gaetz accused after Breitbart News released data this week showing that how Google is deliberately working to interfere with the re-election of Trump in 2020 through purging Breitbart and other conservative websites from the search results. Following Wednesday's hearing, Fox News anchor Tucker Carlson challenged Representative Jim Jordan and the highest-ranking Republican on the committee hosting the hearing as to why he has accepted large donations from Google. There you go. So they're all in bed with one another, and the bottom line is, folks, that the public here, you and I, of course, we're the ones that suffers. Anybody that's independent, such as myself, independent or leaning conservative, anybody like that, Google, Facebook, Twitter, Amazon, I can go on and on and on. You have Reddit now, even Twitch, the platform Twitch, which has videos and gaming. They're all doing it. Reddit, the same thing. They're all censoring conservative speech and conservative talk because they don't want to hear it. They don't want to hear the truth. That's the bottom line. So I'll finish up the article here. It says, the article goes on to say, it seems very difficult that any candidate or party to win anything at all if the information about race is controlled by the people who are working for the other side, which is where they are now. That's what Carlson said, Tucker Carlson. Jim Jordan insisted that the money he's received from Google has not influenced him politically. He said, look, I want to exercise the First Amendment liberties and give me the money. I raised $3 million last quarter. If Google gives me a few $1,000 check, God bless them, he replied. He says, that doesn't change who I am. I saw that today in the committee. I went after them for the very same issue you just raised. So, again, even members of Congress, I do No Jim Jordan on the House side. He's the highest-ranking member, as the article stated, in the Judiciary Committee. Jim Jordan's a good guy, representative of Ohio. But again, the money gets to everybody. People are constantly on the take. There's just no ending this corruption in Washington. And if you fired everybody up there and started all over fresh, that might help a little bit, but that'll never happen. It's a sewer. It has been a sewer for the last 30 to 40 years or more, probably even more. It'll never change until they finally realize that they are the problem. Well, the people up there in Washington, even AOC, she's a socialist. Somebody has 5 million or 6 million or 10 million Twitter followers, and 3/4 of them are not even real. Well, they'll influence the way she votes. So you have somebody's little clique influencing the way they vote. Same thing on the Republican side. You have a lot of Republicans that are just been there. Mitch McConnell's another one that I detest and loathe. Mitch McConnell, the representative. He is in the Senate, Senate Majority Leader out of Kentucky. I detest Mitch McConnell. He's a lifer, just like Nancy Pelosi's a lifer. They're all just a bunch of low life, and they're all just a bunch of lifers. They go in poor, and they come out after 10, 20, 30 years, 40 years of being in Congress. They come out multi-millionaires and zillionaires there. It's pathetic. These people need to have term limits. The most you can get there as a senator is two 6-year terms, and you're gone after 12 years. And as a House of Representative, I'd give them about 3 times. That's 2 years apiece for the House of Representatives. Every 2 years it comes up. Give them 6 years in the House, and they're gone. 12 in the Senate, 6 in the House, and you're gone automatically. No ifs, ands, or buts. You can't stay around. Get your ass the fuck out the door. But nobody wants to make change like that. Nobody wants to listen. Always third parties are ran out because the establishment, i.e. the big corporations and these third-party companies, third-party influencers, they're always influencing these representatives, and there's just no end in sight, folks. So all President Trump can do, like Obama did before him, is just do a lot of executive orders. When you don't have the Congress on your side, in this case he doesn't have the House of Representatives on his side because they're all democratically controlled, all he can do is just do executive orders to get stuff passed. So let me know what you like, and share, subscribe this podcast. Let me know what you think. This is Eric Erb from the Eric Erb Live. Stay safe. God bless. And I'm signing off. Take care. God bless you.